There is a question. If, as a divine scientist, we understand that the inquiries and explorations of life and the cause and effect, etc., take place here in our mind, and as a divine physicist, the feelings and experiences of the emotional changes that take place on our spiritual path are here. We point to our heart as being the seat of these emotions. Where is the seat of divine alchemy? You do remember that story of old Fred, 95, and he goes to the doctor and he says, "Doctor, I want you to lower my sex urge." And the doctor laughs at him and points up here and says, "Oh, Fred, it's all up here, it's all up here." Fred says, "Yeah, I want you to lower it."
That's funny.
There was a Zen master who every day went out in the evenings with his dog and allowed him to romp and threw sticks so that he could fetch them. And there was an occasion when one of his young students went to accompany him. But he was a particularly intellectual young man, known for his machinations and inquiries about Buddhist tenets and so forth. And he asked his master, the Zen master, I really don't understand. And the master said to his dog, pointing upward at the moon, "Fetch that moon." And then he turned to the young student and he said, "Where is my dog looking?" And the young man said, "Well, he's looking at your finger." And so the Zen master said, "Well, you see, the finger represents our mind and the problems that arise with our inquiries in the mind to the complexities and seeming paradoxes of the teachings of Buddha. But in Zen, we learn to concentrate on the moon." Perhaps you remember that story about a time when Buddhism was rife and rampant throughout the land, and there were so many wandering monks who each night with their begging bowl would go to certain monasteries to seek a place for the night and alms. But the number became so great that they had to start a practice to discriminate between these wandering monks. So it came about that to allow a certain monk to enter the monastery, he would have to go into debate with the resident abbot or the leading monk. And if he won the debate, then he would be allowed to enter and have hospitality for the night. But there was a certain monastery that had in charge 2 brothers. Now, one brother was tall and handsome and very intelligent, and the other brother was rather stunted, and he only had one eye. blind in the other. So it was the usual practice when a wandering monk came along that the elder brother, the tall, handsome, intellectual brother, would argue with the monk who came for hospitality. But there was one day when the elder brother said to his younger brother, when there was a knock on the monastery gate, "Oh, I'm too tired today. I cannot argue any more. You'll have to do it," he said to his younger brother. His younger brother said, "Well, you know, I'm not intelligent. I'm rather stupid." And, well, the elder brother said, "Well, just do it in silence." And so it was. The visiting monk came in and was taken into the presence of the younger of the two brothers, being told that it had to be done as a charade. There would be no verbal debate here. And so, after some while, the older brother, being outside taking care of other duties, saw the visiting monk come out with his little knapsack and his staff on his shoulders, about to leave. And the older brother said, well, tell me, what happened here?" "Oh," said the visiting monk, "I have to go. Your brother won the debate." And the older brother said to the visiting, well, how did this come about?" And so the visiting monk said, "Well, I held up one finger to indicate the Buddha, and your brother held up two fingers to indicate the Buddha and the Dharma. So I held up three fingers to indicate the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, and your brother held up his fist to indicate that they are all one. He won the debate. I have to leave." And so off he went. So the older brother goes to his younger brother, who's pacing up and down there, and he said, well, what happened? The monk has left. Tell me what happened." The younger brother said, "Well, he held up one finger to indicate that I only have one eye. So I held up two fingers to congratulate him, being polite, on having two eyes. So he held up three fingers to indicate that between us we only have three eyes." That's when I got angry. Where is he? I want to punch him. Where is this seat of divine alchemy? This is the question that's posed to us. If the seat of divine science is in our mind, and the seat of being the divine physicist in our heart center, where is the seat of divine alchemy? First, of course, we have to understand what divine alchemy is in us. Because in that understanding, we come to be able to answer the question as to where the seat of divine alchemy lies. In alchemy, the art the physical art of alchemy. We know that in the progression that the vessel, for that the elements that are to be changed also change. First of all, they might be put in a cauldron over a blazing fire to get off the dross. But as the progression of refinement goes on, the vessel changes. Maybe right up to the point of just a little pewter over a Bunsen burner flame, as the elements are so purified. But we're looking at divine alchemy. What is the vehicle of divine alchemy? Our mind, the vehicle for the divine science. Our heart, the vehicle for the physical, being a divine physicist, but divine alchemy. This is our inquiry for the moment. Where will it take us?